Guys, listen, you've heard us talk to you about this before, but we want you to have internet freedom. And that means security from viruses and your information leaking, and also the ability to go outside of your own borders and check out the odd streaming service on another country. I mean, it could be any company you want it to be, but if you have Nord, you can do that. They use over 5,000 servers. Let's say you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not so sure about these guys. I'd like to watch my favorite thing. I'd like to go with these guys to watch my favorite thing. You can do that with Nord. How about that, huh?
Yes.
Do you have any examples?
Be all around the world.
Exactly.
Not just Canada.
Yes.
Where there's one option.
There are countries
Sounds like you have an example.
where you can watch hockey, and the way to watch hockey is you just have to place like a €1 bet, and then you can watch it on gambling sites and stuff. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, that's real. I'm pretty sure that's like
Oh,
in Europe.
it's gone from that's real to I'm pretty sure.
No, it's in Europe. It is. No,
I'm just repeating your
You know what?
words.
Fine, Jesse. Well, you can just check it out yourself. Go to nordvpn.com/dangle. That's nordvpn.com/dangle. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. We don't have to think about it. We're sure about that.
SDPP, the Steve Dangle Podcast, with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
All right. Maddie and Jesse just got back from golfing.
We did.
By the way, the country, I couldn't say it during the ad, the country where you can bet and then watch any hockey game you want is the Czech Republic.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of the many. But there's like, they have rights to NHL games, and you just place like a €1 bet on something and you have access to it.
That's silly.
You know the NHL TV app that we all loved
And
from
this?
like 10, 15 years ago, pre-Rogers? That's still available in the rest of the world. And
Really?
Yeah.
Not in the States, though, right?
Not in the States, in like the far nether regions of Europe and those places.
So if I wanted to get that and use that, I could do that,
It's pronounced Netherlands.
right?
Yeah, no, like they have that awesome service where you just literally pay your flat fee and every game is available to you with no blackouts, and you can switch commentaries to anything. And it's just like the global market outside of North America has that available to them. And I'm so jealous.
You know what's so interesting about that is that's not stealing. That's not even sailing the high seas. That's paying for a product. Isn't
Yep.
that crazy?
It's the future. Hey, Adam. Is it conceivable that a giant cable company has maybe for a very long time held us back digitally on purpose by accident?
No way. I don't believe that.
Maybe.
Hey, Jesse, I'm more interested in who did better at golf, you or Maddie.
It was Maddie's first round of the year, to be fair.
Okay.
It was your first. Oh, put over.
So I'm going to say you
There you
then did better.
It was your first round of the year.
I felt like I did pretty good off the tee. Didn't have too many fumbles off the tee or anything. But my putting was atrocious.
Yeah, your putting could
Yeah.
use some work. For
Yeah,
sure. You
yeah.
got to dial that in a little as
It was
summer
too bad.
goes on.
I kept
But
getting bogeys, but Jesse
were-
did really well.
You were hitting it really consistently off the tee, though.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
The distance control can use some work too.
Yeah.
In the water?
Okay.
Hey, Jesse, you can critique one part of the game, but not two.
I can't do it. I
Not
can do
two.
multiple parts. Okay, I'll
Did
shut
she
up.
drive the
I'll shut
golf
up.
cart too? What do you think of her driving?
We
You want to know something?
We
Jesse
walked.
had a golf cart and I didn't.
I didn't have a golf cart. I had a push cart.
Yeah, that.
I own a push
Push
cart.
cart.
So Maddie carried her bag on her
Yeah.
backpack. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
no,
why.
push carts. I have like one of the.
I was more tired than him.
I have like a Mercedes Benz of push carts.
What makes it so good?
I should say I have like a Honda of push carts. They have push carts now that follow you around.
Yeah, so you
Those-
wear like a wristwatch or something?
you have like a remote so you can like control it too, but it also has like a tracker in it, so it just follows you along the course. Yeah, or you can push it ahead with your remote. So I don't have that one. I just have a regular push cart, but it's very nice.
Do you have
a cup holder?
How do those
It's nice.
handle hills, I wonder?
I think it's pretty good.
You know, because I'm like with an automatic push cart, would it take an angle that it can't take and then fall over?
Yeah, you're probably a little dicey on the hills. You probably want to push it yourself.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
All right. Now, what makes yours special?
Oh, I just love it. It has
He's got a cup holder.
Yeah, it has a cup holder and like a little pouch.
You've gone soft.
Front. and a pouch in the back for your things. And then it's a 3-wheeler, which is better than the 4-wheeler because the 3-wheeler is like a 360 wheel.
Oh, so you can wheel around.
You can turn any which way, and when you're on hills and things, you can get up and down very
three-wheel drive.
3-wheel drive, that's correct. Yeah.
Very equipped.
Yeah, the 3 wheels are better than the 4.
How much does the automatic one cost?
Those are, oh my God, I can pull it up right now.
I would love to know what features come with
What
that.
do we think?
I'm going to say
$1,200.
I think 1,200.
Really?
You know what? I'll say 1,500 just because we're Canadians. But yeah, that seems about.
What's everybody's guess?
1,200, 1,500.
Maddie, do you have
1,200,
a guess?
1,500.
I'm gonna say 800.
800.
Let me see. No, that one's not good. Let me just go to Golf Town.
Now, by Price is Right rules, Maddie's looking pretty good here.
Yeah,
Because you and I might have gone over.
That's the right strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, best remote control. It's not giving me a good one. I'm sorry. Did you
How much is the magic cart?
Okay, electric trolley. Here we go. Shop now. All right.
How much?
The baseline one with the little remote, $2,000 minimum.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Minimum $2,000, and then that's the baseline version. Then the ones you go up, there's 2,600, and then a 2,300 one, and then these ones electric are like 18 and 16, but they don't have the remote.
1,000?
The remote electric trolleys are
100.
26, 23, and 2,000.
So
There you go.
Wow.
that looks very off-road too. It's like a very ATV style. Yeah. Hey, I'm wondering.
You don't need that.
I don't think you
Like,
do.
Fucking, what are you doing out here?
So I'm guessing that you pay a lot more for just the remote of the electric trolley. I bet you there's people in our audience who are crafty enough to get the cheaper one and go, yeah, I'll just add a Bluetooth remote to that on my own because there's a lot of people that can do that kind of shit. But here's my question: if you see somebody at the golf course with that, Jesse, are you making fun of them?
I've seen it quite a bit. Like you see them at nicer golf courses. Well, I shouldn't say nicer, like mid-tier golf courses, because nicer ones you drive your cart, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I've seen people with them. I think it's an unnecessary expense.
Unless you're injured or something.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's the thing. Like there are people who are like, this is the only way I can get around, and so they don't want to push it. So.
Yeah, can you get that prescribed?
I don't know, but I think it's very unnecessary.
Is that on OHIP?
for the hobby?
It seems like a lot.
Golfing.
It seems like
spending $2,000 on your little push cart.
It's also a little bit annoying. Like there's no foot areas for you to be able to ride it. Like what the hell is that? I'm paying $2,500.
That's called a golf cart.
Well, how much does a golf cart cost?
That's called a golf cart. Well, they have it at the golf course for $25.
But you can buy a golf cart.
You can't bring it to the fucking
Yeah, but if you
course
it's
with you.
$25 for every time Jesse golfs. So that's like
AliExpress.
$600 a summer.
AliExpress
bring
will
it to the
deliver a golf cart to my house today. It says free delivery for $2,000.
and what are you doing with that?
2,000?
Yeah. So, and now like some of the newer ones are like 5,000 or 6,000. But you're right, Jesse. What are you doing with them? I don't know.
Unless you own a golf course yourself.
Right.
In which you will need a whole fleet of golf carts.
This conversation is
silly.
the same as what would you do with $10 million?
Yeah.
Like, I cannot imagine having the money to spend on, like, oh yeah, I'm just going to buy a golf cart. I just can't imagine.
You know what?
No, please.
I was gonna say, you know what Drew says about the push cart that I owned?
Lasagna is best with ketchup. knowing Drew.
We've golfed a few times together, and like he'll always make fun of me for bringing out my push cart because I always walk whenever we play. Because I think walking is a part of the reason why I'm outside playing golf.
Yes.
For me, it's about the experience of like you're walking to your ball and it's a whole thing, but he's always getting a cart. He's always driving around in his cart. He always gets a cart. And he's like, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you always walking when you're playing golf? I'm like, no, that's a part of golf. Where whose side are you on, Drew or me? He's getting a cart every single time.
Oh wait, no, he's the one in the cart.
He's in the
Drew.
car.
I respect you. For walking. I'm not going to call you a fucking idiot. I'm
Drew.
Simply saying, yeah, no, I'm taking I don't want to walk.
Right. So you're paying the cart fee and you're driving.
Cuz I'm never there. If I'm ever on a golf course that's big enough to have a golf cart on, by the third hole, I'm usually dragged there on a bachelor party. And I don't want to be there golfing, but I like you. So,
right.
So I'm there.
I'm going to come in and hang out.
And by the third hole, I'm like, I'm just going to drink.
That's the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah. And putt. If we're doing best ball, let me putt.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Adam, are you walking or riding?
I'm happy to watch your video afterwards, guys.
Oh, you're not even coming. There you go.
Happy to meet you afterwards. No, I'm kidding.
Were you filming?
No.
Oh, you were just having
you guys
fun
going?
like a normal?
Yeah, we were just having fun. We just played Dentonia.
I love the Dent.
Yeah,
I actually
the
do
Dent.
play that.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Dent.
I don't
Low
know.
par 3 all the way through.
$20 or whatever it is.
It's 30 now.
Oh,
Recession.
man. City course.
The Terrace.
Thanks,
I think the
Trudeau.
Terrace boosted it to 30.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
What I love about that course is just like the random plastic bags that blow onto it off the street. And like city courses are amazing. Our city courses are really good. Like they really are.
Yes.
But if you're used to pampered golf lifestyle and you're not used to plastic bags floating across the thing, then maybe that's not for you. But it is Dentoni is awesome.
They need to do some work on some of these tee boxes, right, Maddie? Like so like when you go to the driving range and you got mats,
Yeah.
to hit off of.
Yeah,
some of the
mats.
tee boxes are mats because they haven't resurfaced them yet with grass. So you're hitting off a mat like you're at the driving range. It's ridiculous.
Like one is forgivable, like one hole,
Yeah.
but like there was like 4 of them.
yeah, I
that
think it's
had-
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
total.
like,
It's because
Are we
it's
at the
probably because they got
And they
tired
raised
of,
their price?
Yeah,
What are they, the
$30 bucks.
Sportsnet app?
Hey, it's crazy.
Hey,
They raised it 30%
hey.
as well, like the Sportsnet app.
That's Adam.
I know.
That's
what I
you
just
Oh,
said.
I know.
That was the
I
whole
was,
joke.
I was, I was reinforcing your
that
point.
was the joke we were
I thought
high-fiving
jokes
for, Adam.
were only funny when you explain them.
Yeah, no.
I high-fived you because of the joke I
was
just
the
made.
30% part of the joke?
That's a
Are you
thing
sure?
that happens in like radio and media and podcasting sometimes, where the other guy says the joke.
I
And
heard everything.
Hold on, and TJ, who did the Virgin Morning Show with Adam and myself and Jax, he had a funny bit of whenever that happened, and he'd be like, "I said the same thing but louder," and he'd always say that. He's like, "I'm the funny one. I said it but louder." I was like, "That's good."
Yeah, he was very funny. He
Man,
was.
that's
TJ
like
was a
this one
riot.
time I was hanging out with TJ, and he had this bit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, man!
Anyways, what's the hockey?
Well,
Yeah?
and today, honestly, a tougher story to deal with. Now, one of the things that I want to say before we get into this is that we're going to try to book a guest next week that would have a lot more insight, that was a lot more intimately involved in this. So any speculation on this case, and as of right now in this recording, the verdicts haven't been delivered, but there are some things that are pointing to what we think might be going on.
Yeah.
And when the Crown says that they don't find the witness testimony credible or reliable,
And
which
the
is
case you're referring to is the World Junior.
Sorry,
case.
World Juniors
They
Hockey
tried to
Canada.
set that up,
Yeah. The Crown said that they don't find the witnesses' statements credible or reliable before the court. It's not the Crown. The judge said that. And then the judge said, I conclude that the Crown cannot meet its onus. And what that means is that the onus is on the accusing party, in this case, the Crown, to prove that what is being accused here is true. And it appears that the judge believes they haven't met the criteria that you need to meet in order for that to be the case. And so obviously, as we are, in the midst of recording while these statements are happening, it's looking more and more like some or all of them will get off on most charges. And I don't want to, again, we are recording in the middle of this.
We don't know.
So we don't know.
We don't know.
And I don't know by the end of the show if she's going to be at the verdict. So I'm saying this now. We may have to come back to it. But in this segment right now, we don't know beyond what I've just told you.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's going to be. And if we don't get to it, like I said, towards the end of this show, then because, the verdict's not delivered, there's no new news, whatever it is, we are also, like I said, gonna book someone for next week who can better explain the trial and the story in its entirety. Now, one of the challenges about doing this particular story, and I think this is important to address, is, we were very much, a part of talking to Rick when he initially came out with the Chicago Blackhawks Kyle Beach stuff, right? And we've talked about this case as well. And, I think, and Rick being Rick Westhead, for anybody who doesn't know, I think where people go like, hey, how come you haven't covered this? And the reality of the situation is, unlike certain other podcast cohorts, we know when it's time to step back and not interview or not speculate on things that we don't really have the expertise to speculate on. And for me, a criminal sexual assault trial, that'd be like well past the line of what I'm able to really comment on. And so other than we say, hey, the trial's ongoing, check out Rick Westhead, check out The Athletic. They've got some great coverage on this. Beyond that, and reading their articles verbatim, this is not a topic that we sit here and go shoot off our opinions on.
I mean,
right?
The timeline for these two stories, if we're going to talk about the Chicago Blackhawks scandal, which is still ongoing, actually.
Yeah. If
we're going to talk about the Chicago Blackhawks scandal in the World Junior one, they're completely different.
Yes.
Completely different. The Blackhawks one was almost more neat, more organized, more, here's a report. You wait a little while. Here's another report. Here's another report. And then everything came out at once and it confirmed all the reports.
Yes.
Team Canada was nothing like that.
No.
And the trial, I mean, it was every day. It was every day for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to admit you're out of your depth.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why it's been covered the way it's been covered on this show, because there are better people covering it and you should follow them. This is not the show you get that kind of information from. And by our cohort, I meant a particular podcast that interviewed a particular world leader the other day. That was a moronic and idiotic thing to do. In this instance, what I am curious about is, however the rest of today goes, there's going to be a reaction. There's going to be, and we can't, I won't even speculate on the reaction. There's going to be conversation about roads back to the NHL for these players, some of them. And I think that we would be silly to not acknowledge that this is going to be a pretty hard story to talk about even going forward.
Yep.
Right? Like, I think that's the thing. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk about it, but like there are certain instances where you go, yeah, this is not like, this doesn't end today. This is going to be something that no matter what happens here, we'll follow the personalities involved in this around. And I think there's going to be a real interesting, like one thing I am curious about is the NHL has had some pretty foggy rules on reinstatement. And what do they classify as that? And it seems that they don't really have a bar. Slava Voinov, you're not coming back. People associated with the Chicago thing, you can.
It's subjective. They've written the rules so that Gary Bettman gets to decide on his own what he wants to do. So it's just case by case on how Gary Bettman is feeling. That's how they've written it, and that's how it's going to play out.
It's interesting because in that instance, you'd think he'd want to have a policy in place so he can deflect that. So he doesn't have to own that. Because this is what's been pretty clear about Gary, is that his career is winding up a little bit here. He's trying to get
You promise?
all the way through things all the way through, like the TV deal and the labor piece and all that stuff. He wants to end on like this, flowers and rainbows thing. I don't know that he's going to be able to do that with this, because I don't know, like the conversations that are going to happen going forward are going to be extraordinarily uncomfortable. And I don't know if they're prepared for that. I'm really not sure. That's the part that I'll be very closely watching, and we'll see how it plays out over the summer. Mm-hmm. So we'll leave it at that for now. And I know that this is an unsatisfactory sort of way to leave it, but the reality is we're recording during, and for anybody that's like, well, why don't you record after? It's like, again, we're not here to spout off our opinions on a sexual assault case. I think we need to talk to people who were there and actually kind of, get it from real reporters on this one.
I want to know more. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel well read enough.
Yeah, and that's fair. And even if you did, I'll be honest with you, still don't feel like we're at that level. And so It's we're going to leave it for now and kind of move forward on, and this is a really hard thing to do. I'll keep an eye on this as the show goes on, but we'll move forward on the rest of the show.
Sure.
So my question to you, and this is going to be a hard right turn, but we got to make it. My question to you right now, in a purely sports perspective, is what makes a likable team?
Ooh.
What makes a likable franchise? And the reason I bring this up is I am watching the joy and the excitement of Blue Jays baseball, which has not been like this for about 10 years. I'm watching Jesse put up Insta stories that he's at the game getting hot dogs.
Yeah. Electric atmosphere at the Rogers Center
it's
every
great.
night. It's fantastic.
I know that somebody I know was looking for second market tickets last night to go potentially see the Yankees. $500 was the lowest they could find.
You can't get those.
This is a stadium of 42,000 because they've cut 10,000 seats out.
Yeah.
500 was the least amount.
Wow.
This is an interesting thing. This team has the ability to catch Toronto sports fans, at least, and Canadian sports fans, because it is the only team in Canada, in a way that the Raptors in 2019 grabbed us, in a way that the 16 and 15 Blue Jays grabbed us, which is it kind of takes over the country a little bit, right? The Leafs could not do that. No hockey team could do that. But what I wanted to know, because we all talk about the great players from 15 and 16 and all the great players from 2019, and I'm seeing that with, Bo Bichette's having a great year. Vlad seems like he might be heating up. Addison Barger is instantly my favorite Blue Jay of the current generation.
Of all time.
Of all time. No, Paul Molitor.
Springer, man.
Paul Molitor. George Springer with a renaissance season. Mm-hmm. What is it, Steve and Jesse, that makes a likable team? Because there's a direction I want to go with this. Why do you like these guys?
I mean, the easiest one is winning.
Sure. But there's plenty of non-likable winning teams.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's an underrated aspect of it. Because this wouldn't be as fun if they're not winning.
Yeah.
No.
And even if it's the same guys and they're not winning, it doesn't work.
There's John McDonald was his name John McDonald?
Yeah, the shortstop, yeah.
Likable.
Yeah.
He was likable. Did we like him because he hit 400?
Because he couldn't. No.
No.
No, that would never happen.
But worked his ass off. Right?
And he hit a home run on Father's Day with his dad there.
Which was very nice.
Yeah.
It's a combination of winning, moments,
Explain moments.
showing up in the right moments, being clutch when it matters most, when it's the bottom of the ninth, or there's one more strike, or there's one more out, or there's one more whatever. You got to stretch to make the out. You are the majority of the time on the winning end of those moments, right? I don't think there's much between most professional sports teams in any sports, but the best ones there aren't too many winners where we're like, man, they're great and so overpowering and they wilt when it matters most. It just doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
So it's winning, it's showing up in the big moments, and hustle. People like hustle. They like seeing you bust your ass. They like seeing you work hard. They like seeing you block a shot. They like seeing you slide or dive or lay it on the line.
No.
I had to say it. But these Blue Jays are, very underrated aspect. It's a little unexpected. Did anyone expect this from the Jays?
Oh, as in you did not see it coming?
No one saw this coming. Jays management didn't see this coming. Stop. No one saw this coming. So these Blue Jays are the perfect storm of all of that, and that's why they're so likable.
But with the Raptors in 2019, guys, and Jesse, I want to come to you about that original question. We did see some of it coming.
No, I was so worried about that Raptors team because they didn't the lineup that we all love that ended up like winning the championship. That lineup didn't play together for more than I think 10 games because of
I think
how
it was 7.
It was 7 games. Yeah, it was some low number, and I was super worried going into the playoffs about that team because I was like, this team never played together. Everybody's been in and out of the lineup. Kawhi is like iffy. You don't know if Kawhi's going to last 4 rounds of basketball, and then they started winning and pulling off miracles, and that then everybody kind of got on board. So I don't think it was there where everybody kind of expected the Raptors to do it. It was a little out of nowhere.
They earned the trust of the fan base because the Raptors had won rounds in the years leading up. I mean, the shot from Kawhi, it was just a brain breaker for so many people. I remember
It's ruined the Sixers ever since.
Oh my God. I remember showing up to the studio and being like, guys, that's all I want to talk about. All I want to talk about is Kawhi this morning. Like, we had hockey. It was the middle of the Stanley Cup playoffs. All I wanted to talk about was that shot that day, and that never happens. Down 2-0 to Milwaukee. Well, at least we got that one moment. They come back. Now they're in the finals, and I'm like, well, shit, I want them to win. They're playing the Golden State Warriors, though, and and they came out with it. I don't think a lot of Toronto sports fans allowed themselves to believe they could win until they did.
Well, yeah, because we'd had no proof of that.
Yeah, and they were in a bunch of Eastern Conference finals before that. Like, that's why the DeMar DeRozan trade was so shocking, because they just kept getting up to that bar and then just facing LeBron and getting owned by him. But, like, they were in it. Like, they were going on deep runs, and then they pulled the rug out, and it worked.
Comparable, this year's Dallas Stars, a little bit, where you're like, damn, you fired your coach? But, like, you keep getting this far and this. But the way the Raps lost, they had one conference final against LeBron. I don't even remember what team he was on. I think it was the Cavs, where it went 6. And we were like, oh, okay, that was kind of fun. You're 6 wins away from the championship, 2 wins away from the final. But I'm pretty sure the last one, they got swept.
Yeah.
And DeRozan got kicked out of game 4.
Yeah, that was the one where LeBron hit the shot with like a second left.
In game 1.
Yeah,
that was game 1.
Just went down the court, hit a bank shot. And
That was LeBronto,
The
right?
Cavs,
that was the LeBronto meme.
The Cavs did not lead that game. They did not lead that game. There it is. Moments. Winners show up in the biggest moments.
Jesse, what makes you like this Blue Jays team? What makes a likable team?
The winning stuff is a huge factor. Like, coming into the season, it was such a coin flip. Like, fan base couldn't have been at a lower place coming out of the playoffs last season. And then all the Roki Sasaki stuff this offseason, which was just Ohtani 2.0 and not
Soto.
getting Juan Soto and all that nonsense. And everybody hates the front office, and that we've hated them for like years now since they've been here. And then to have everything come out and just click and work, it's been fantastic. And like Steve said, like, this is such a hardworking team. They play, last night's game was an awesome microcosm of all of this, because they play opposite of the way the Yankees play, in that they're hustling everything out. They're very good on the bases. They're always doing the extra little thing. Their defense is great. And then it's timely hitting from guys you wouldn't expect, and having like a guy like Addison Barger step up. And it's not just the big guys, it's the guys around the lineup. It's like, oh, we're getting Ernie Clement RBI doubles. Like, this is awesome.
It's actually, if you look at all the things around the Blue Jays, it's a little insane they're this good. Like, Vladdy has not been all that good. Varsho's been hurt, and he's been working out with Manoah, who was like their ace and then unplayable, and then
let's not rely on Alek Manoah to do anything.
Santander was their like big offseason guy. He hasn't played really. How are they good?
Right.
How are they good? Like, take a middle of the pack team from the NHL. Maybe they made the playoffs, maybe they didn't. Oh, and now here's like 3 or 4 really important players. They're either bad or out. And they're twice as good.
Yeah, the pitching's been phenomenal. And like Kirk being an all-star, and I don't know where this hitting came from. Well, he's been pretty consistent, but like he's
hitting
fire
300.
this year. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Really funny.
It's a fun team.
He's a fun player to watch, let's be honest.
Credit Rogers for caring about one product that they own. Like, this is something that, like, a full credit to you, Teddy, sitting up there in the C-suite.
This is Ed.
This like they're all Ted Ed.
Oh,
They're all Edward. Actually, he's Edward the Third. So anyway,
Ted
I
is
didn't know
Edward
yeah, they're all Tedward
or Theodore,
Yeah.
depending upon you.
So
You got to remember, I have a grandfather who was named Ernest who went by Ted.
yeah.
This is confusing to me.
I think added to this whole thing is Rogers actually cares about the Blue Jays. You have an ownership that is investing money into the television product. They have, I think it's 4 broadcast teams that they switch out all the time, and they all go through and they all come out, and then they have like 2 in-arena hosts. They'll have Emily Agard over there, and then Hazel May doing something down there. They'll bring in Ivanka Osmak for the foundation draw. Like they've invested money, and then the broadcast quality is triple what they're doing at the NHL. They brought out this new drone cam that shows the top of the Rogers Center. It's beautiful, and
They also do fireworks nights now.
They're doing fireworks
When the
night
batter
in
is walking
a
up,
week and a
it
half.
looks like the show.
Yes, they have a video game angle for the batter walk up, and then the investment on the stadium has made the atmosphere down at the Rogers Center fantastic. Like, we've been to a few games now with the new renovations, and they just have like casual bars in the outfield. They've one in way up in the 500s. That's a party zone. They got one down in the outfield. That's another party zone. And then the concourses are great now, and every angle now of the stadium is fantastic. So everything they've done with investing in the team and throwing money at it has made the fan atmosphere fantastic on the field, off the field, and in stadium, and it's created that atmosphere. And then you add to that a winning team with multiple players that you fall in love with that have been there for a while now, like that Vladdy and Bichette, and then new kids coming up too, and and then you have the underdog heroes like Davis Schneider. Like, there's so many storylines with this team, you can't help but love them.
Davis Schneider with just the kind of thing you love. Like, did he hit a big home run, grand slam, RBI? No, he had a 14-pitch at bat.
Yeah, where he got out.
with a sick mustache.
Just
Burn out
hell
that picture.
yeah. I
Burn
mean,
that on
yeah,
out.
looking a certain way helps.
Porn
Hey,
star. He's
what's-
got the porn star.
Yeah.
Let's say it. Yeah.
Well, and I'm sorry, a random mailman looking person with Alejandro Kirk's numbers is not as entertaining.
No. Yeah.
Alejandro Kirk is one of the strangest looking baseball players I've ever seen.
It adds to the aura.
100% does.
Yeah. I saw him beat out a single in the infield the game last Friday.
Because he
He can haul.
He fucking hustles
Yeah.
every time he hits the ball.
with his no one in professional sports takes more strides.
He has
per
tiny little
meter.
legs. He does have tiny little
That's like
legs.
4 games. He's had like 6 doubles. Yeah. The guy hustles. That's all you can ask. Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
So the Leafs should what? What should the Leafs do?
I'm just waiting for this to come back to them.
And it is because if you mention the 2019 Raptors, the 15 or 16 Blue Jays, you might, some people, myself included, were really loved the 2017, 2018 TFC. The Leafs, at the time the Raptors were in that zone where they were winning,
Conference finals and stuff?
the Leafs hadn't turned the corner to, we're really frustrated with these guys.
Yes.
They were still extraordinarily likable. And I wonder now, Leaf fans have been hurt and they've been frustrated, and the organization has been unwilling to do anything. Forget the stadium for a second, because we can talk about that. What do you think this year's Leafs would need to do to be more likable? Because one thing I'll never question is Leaf fans, it's like, do you like the team? No, I love the team. Do you like them? Well, sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And
They're yelling "fuck these guys" a lot.
Yeah, if
Over
you're
82
yelling-
games, there's a lot of "I hate these fucking guys."
yeah,
Yeah.
I see it in Twitter all the time. I know anybody. There might be some people that take this the wrong way, which is why I'm going into like extreme detail to explain it. I know you love your team. I want to know what's going to make you really like the vibe. And what is it? Because here's what I feel with the Leafs. What I saw with the Raptors a little bit in the playoffs, because Jesse's right, throughout the regular season, it
Question
was
marks.
hodgepodge, right?
Yeah.
You weren't sure. What I liked about the Blue Jays after they traded for Tulo and David Price, and for the next 18 months after that, there was an attitude.
They went like 40-10.
There was a swagger,
also,
though.
yeah.
And there is an attitude and a fun that these Blue Jays have. Now, maybe they go out in the first round and they get skunked and everybody hates it again. But
Why would
I
you
don't
say that?
Well, I mean, listen. I have to allow for that possibility. I'm from Toronto.
Shush. No.
But I'm curious, what do the Leafs need to do to get into that sort of window with their fans? Forget the product on the ice. I know they will win regular season games. They've won regulars. That's all these Jays have done. They haven't won a single playoff game since 2016. So the Jays and the Leafs have a lot in common. They don't win a lot when it matters. Why are these Jays so fun and exciting? Oh my God. What do the Leafs need to do to become that?
Work. I laid out the criteria. I'm seeing stars.
Yeah, you really hit that.
I'm laying out the criteria, or I laid out the criteria for what makes a likable team. Mm-hmm. And one of them was it's a little bit unexpected. Mm-hmm. Let's go back. 2016-17. We still talk about that team with such reverence, the Leafs. That playoff run, totally unexpected. Matthews scoring 4 goals in his first game, completely unexpected. Hitting 40 goals in his first season, completely unexpected. Having nearly everything go about as good as it could have for everyone involved was unexpected. Matthews had 40 goals. Nylander had a great rookie season. Marner had a great rookie season. Kadri went from like 7 goals to 32 or something like that. Bozak had his playoff moment. Freddie Anderson started garbage. People forget how horrible he was.
He had like 2 wins in October.
Oh my God, he was brutal. And then the rest of the way, he was like Vezina worthy. It was unexpected. They lose to Washington. That was expected. What was unexpected is that it was close. Okay. The next year, you get Marleau. All of a sudden, you do lose a little baby fat. Then you get Tavares. Forget all the contract stuff that went in there. Just keep that in your back pocket. They too quickly became favorites. They definitely, I'm sorry, you don't get to sign Marleau when he's still flirting with 30 goals and John Tavares when he's the biggest free agent of all time and call yourselves underdogs anymore. Now we expect you to win. And mix that in with all the contract stuff, the Nylander stuff, the Marner stuff, even the Matthews stuff to some extent. You wrap all that up and the bad taste that it left in people's mouths. And from that moment onward, they went from favorites on paper to losing in more convincing and spectacular ways going forward. The 2019 Game 7 against Boston, which is a rematch from the year before, they lost 5-1. 5-1! The Blue Jackets won. I mean, that season was a nightmare. It was horrible.
They played poorly that season. They were terrible.
It was a nightmare. They played poorly for both coaches. 2021.
Montreal.
Can these guys win a friggin' division? Well, they win this like weird custom-made division. And, oh, by the way, regular season success does not matter because they will choke. And they did. And then Tampa happens and nothing changes. And you feel good because they went around in 2023. Finally, they get shit kicked so bad in the second round that you're like, it doesn't fucking matter. 2024, literally nothing on earth matters because they lost to Boston in Game 7 while having a third period lead again, and nothing changed. And that, well, I mean the coach, but like who gives a shit? Coaches get fired. Pete DeBoer got fired. And then, you know, this loss to Florida was the cherry on top. So they lost the underdog tag, gained the favorites tag, and when you don't win with the favorites tag, you're a choker. So that title was earned. But I mean, the Leafs aren't alone in this category because I don't know how many teams did this. The answer is probably 0. No one outworked the Florida Panthers. You need to be the hardest working team on the ice every fucking night. The 2013 Leafs sucked. That team was hot ass garbage. I walked by a dumpster on the way here and it made me want to like Google the science behind the smell. That's how bad that team was. But it was masked by spectacular goaltending, which is what made me fall in love with James Reimer, because here's this goalie out of nowhere who is
really good.
A 920 out of friggin' nowhere. He's their only shot at winning on certain nights. And they beat the shit out of everyone. Everyone. For fun on some nights. There was this one night against Montreal where I was like, you don't need to be doing all this. Mm-hmm. They hit a bunch of people, and then when anyone had anything to say about it, they would beat the shit out of you also. The message was, no, you take your beating and you like it. You need to be the hardest working team on the ice. I'm not saying there need to be a million fights. I think fights are, in hockey, a byproduct of the hardest working team. There's no soft, lazy teams sticking up for each other. The biggest mistake the Calgary Flames made in this generation was not backing up Matthew Tkachuk.
That Jake Muzzin Matthew Tkachuk exchange is like it echoes through history. It's given the Panthers 2 cups.
It was the moment, like, listen, you're going to win games and you're going to lose games, but it was the moment everyone could be like, oh, scratch the Calgary Flames off the list of teams you need to worry about. They're going nowhere. Fuck them. Like, forget about them. You know what? Throw the backup in tonight. It's Calgary. That was a joke. And if they make the playoffs or what, you know you don't have to take them seriously. And it hasn't exactly gone well for them since. I think this was a very long answer, but it all comes back to WORK. Fucking work.
So you're saying that 2013 team felt like it worked?
Yeah.
They worked hard?
Listen, they were not great at hockey, but they worked. They worked extremely hard. The St. Louis Blues, I don't think, skilled their way to the Stanley Cup in 2019. And I keep going back to that team because the Leafs have a coach who won a Stanley Cup with that team. Randy Carlyle won a cup in 2007. Now, the difference there, those teams busted their ass. They worked, but they were also good.
Yeah.
It's Scott Niedermayer and Chris Pronger.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Those 07 Ducks were sort of the forerunners for the 2011 Bruins in terms of teams trying to replicate them and failing miserably. So those Carlisle Leafs never had a chance. I think you can maybe replicate a little bit, maybe even enough of what the 19 Blues had. Now, Alex Petrangelo's not walking through that door, but you can do it. And the first step is work.
Jesse, what do you think?
Is a long way from your question.
So the question is, what do the Leafs need to do to attain
I thought it was good.
a status?
I said I liked it, and I said it louder.
I thought what she said was fantastic. Like, I thought it was great. Yeah.
Do you, Jesse, you're down there talking to them. Do you see that kind of mentality coming from that dressing room?
You know what? People might get on me for saying this, but I honestly think not having Mitch Marner on this team will help the perception of this team. And I this isn't a slight on Marner.
Well, you just said you hated him, so I'm calling Darren Ferris right now. I'm gonna be like, you're not gonna believe what Jesse Blake said.
This isn't like, oh, Mitch Marner fucking show up in the playoffs, that kind of nonsense. But just losing one of the key pieces of the team that's been here forever. Just dropping one of that and having the set of guys now here, it'll feel a little different. The team will feel more like Matthews' team. Like, there'll be a lot more pressure on him, not having his Robin there. It's just Batman. And I feel like going into the season and when the first few games go along, fans are going to start to realize, like, oh, it's changed. Like, it feels different the way they're playing. There's more guys getting the puck. It's not all centralized on the top guys. And now looking at the team, there can be some more balanced opinions on it, where it's not like, hey, Marner didn't perform or Matthews didn't perform. This is the end of society. Let's all cry. Our team sucks. Now there's going to be like, okay, this is a team game. We need them all to show up, and we get a more realistic look at the Leafs. And I think just losing that one key piece, we can look at kind of a new era of the Leafs where it's not just the main top guys in the core four. So I think it's really good that they don't have them just from the optics standpoint, not from like Mitch Marner's a bad person standpoint. I'm glad he's gone. Just from the optics,
Which you also have said and believe.
Which is also fact. Sarcasm, people. But I just think from the optics of the fan base, having fresh blood, not fresh blood, the old blood, but in a fresh situation will be helpful for these guys becoming likable again.
If John Tavares goes out and scores 38 goals again this year, I feel like it's much bigger news in Toronto.
Mm-hmm. With the contract.
Because he's making 4.38 or 4.39.
He's making like 2.5 times less. Like,
I want to talk about this because I looked at the lineup this morning and I'm like, okay, I know Matthew Nyes is making 7.75 and I know Morgan Riley's making 7.5, but this is not even with those guys making that's not core four money.
No, it's different.
It's totally
not
different.
The four guys making all that money. I should have included. That's a great point because I should have included JT and like the perception of the team and everything. Because he's not John Tavares anymore in the way we thought of him since he became a Toronto Maple Leaf. He's making depth money.
Yeah,
that's insane.
He's
one
of the
David
best
Kampfs. Like,
no one is going to take this seriously. Here,
oh
I'll
my
take
God,
the heat
you're
off
right,
you.
Jess.
Two David, less than two David Kampfs.
less.
That's significant, like $500,000.
And there's like it is not wild if he scored 40 goals.
No one is going to take this seriously. John Tavares was one of the best, if not the best, free agent signings this summer.
Yes. Except for
he scored.
He never got free agency. He wasn't free agency.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Fair enough.
Technicality.
Whatever. Yeah, okay. Summer signings. He scored over 35 goals. I don't remember the number.
Yeah.
And he's making less than 5? John Tavares is going to make significantly less than Christian Dvorak?
Steve, you had 38 goals.
You had 38
You're talking
goals.
You're saying 35. Excuse me.
38.
2 away from 40.
That's not even his age. Come on.
70.
Man.
Wow. 74, I'm pretty sure, points.
Yes. That I'm sure of.
70.
Yeah. No, you got it. 35, 36, yeah.
Listen,
it's different.
I have been Captain Stomp My Feet about change it up. Holy shit! Like, listen, I'm not into running it back, even with him, at $11 million. I'm not. Fuck me. He makes less than.
What if he made 30%
5?
of that?
What if he made what?
30% of that $11 million.
Like, guys.
Yeah, or who are
we gotta wrap our head
so that it gets,
around.
So that
it's
it gets
not the same.
Perception really is what drives these things, and 38 goals to an $11 million player. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? 38 goals potentially. Let's hope he gets there again. 35 goals even to a $4.5 million guy. You're like, that's a crazy deal. What a that's amazing money.
You want to context it a little?
Give it to me, yeah.
Okay. John Tavares, amongst centers in the National Hockey League, is the 94th highest paid center in the league.
94.
Just centers.
Steve's doing the Al Sharpton where everything that is said, Al Sharpton will come back to Aaron and go, repeat the last sentence. And that's what they said to the Republicans. And that's what they said to the Republicans.
So wait. Look at this shit.
John Tavares makes $4.38 million.
4.38.
Here.
That was Steve for like 5 minutes right now. Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, so John Tavares makes $4.38 million. That is less than Philip Hedl. Who makes $4.4 million. Less than Ryan O'Reilly.
Really?
who made $4.5 million. I'll even give you the goal totals these guys scored.
I'll stop now.
Hedel last year had 13 goals. Ryan O'Reilly had 21 goals. Matt Duchene, who signed for $4.5 million, had 30 goals. Backlund in Calgary, who's 36, makes $4.5 million. He had 15 goals. Fake for Toronto had 21 goals and makes $4.5 million.
And that's a salary deferred deal. I mean,
Yeah.
Tavares is too.
Yeah.
But like Vetronis is a salary deferred deal.
Yeah, and then below
Pavel
JT
Zacha!
Oh, sorry. Below JT, we got Morgan Frost, who makes $4.375 million, just below JT.
Was John Tavares a healthy scratch last year?
He was not.
No.
Yeah.
Morgan friggin' Frost.
Who would you rather have? John Tavares at $4.38 million, who scored 38 goals last year, or Jason Dickinson, who scored 7 goals last year
Jesse.
in 59 games and is getting paid $4.25 million?
Jesse.
You want Jason Dickinson?
How are you gonna do that
Or
to Jay-
40-goal John
Why are you doing
Tavares?
that
If
to
you gave me
Jason
3
Dickinson?
Jason Dickinsons for the same price, I wouldn't take it.
Oh, that's mean.
What?
Yo,
They still wouldn't have as many goals. They'd have barely over half.
Yeah, that's
Nick
true.
Robertson scored double the amount of goals as Jason Dickinson.
Holy Santa Claus shit! That's an insane thing to say and have it be true.
Oh, man. Poor Jason Dickinson.
Jason Dickinson. All right.
Jason Dickinson, by the way,
Steve just threw his
I
glass.
threw my I didn't mean to. Jason Dickinson, who has every right to hate me, by the way. Because
No,
Why?
Jason Dickinson should hate Jesse. Jesse
No,
won't
why?
hate Jason
No.
Dickinson just caught a bunch of
Jesse
strays.
hasn't done
7 goals.
Jason Dickinson hasn't done the terrible things, or Jesse hasn't done the terrible things to Jason Dickinson that I have.
Okay, explain.
You know Smash Fest, the ping pong tournament?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he got partnered up with me.
Oh, no way.
We did not win a game. I am awful.
So just get it to Steve, basically.
Yeah, people figured that out very quick and they started absolutely crushing balls.
How did he feel about that?
So I'm pretty sure it's a video up on Sportsnet. Increasingly frustrated now that you mention it. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm sure.
Jason Dickinson!
I'm sure, Steve, it will get 30% more views now,
Oh, hey.
now that you've mentioned it.
I don't think so.
Um,
Man,
yeah,
I forgot about that.
that's crazy.
I hope you're still out there and you forgive me, Jason Dickinson.
I-
Also, that's a good deal, man.
so I
Your agent is a pretty good guy.
Pat Morris, I think.
All right, there you go. Congrats to you.
Hey, so I guess my thinking in bringing all this stuff up is there a chance, and I'm not saying the Leafs have to become the Blue Jays here, but is there a chance for the Leafs to get that fun, sort of carefree feeling back a little bit within the fan base? You know, like, because it did feel like there was a barrier there. There was something there that was standing in the way of it. Jesse mentioned it. Probably, you know, a piece moving off the team. In this case, it's Mitch Marner, who Jesse hates.
Yeah.
And noted Marner hater, Jesse. Please make sure you direct all your anger to Jesse Blake.
Don't do that.
He burned it. You see, he burned a Marner jersey after Game 7.
I did.
Yeah.
wow.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy.
In the locker room.
Yeah, people
I did that.
in the locker room.
While standing on the logo.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It says,
that's
watch this. And I burned it. Yeah.
yeah. What do you think of this?
I'll lose
Yeah.
another game 7.
No, I'm just, the reason I wanted to sort of play with this idea is A, it's July 24th. B, it's the thing that's missing.
Oh, they're unbelievably unlikable.
Or have,
Or have been.
have been.
Yeah.
And
Have you
by
noticed-
switching out one guy and bringing in a bunch of other guys, new guys,
Yeah, well,
is
and-
that enough?
But a lot of the new guys have been met with, maybe. Maybe. I screamed myself totally hoarse.
I have no excuse. I did no such thing.
You know? I think, like
Here's a guy.
people were reaching out to me, as soon as Dakota Joshua was traded.
Canucks Twitter was like, not
Canucks
our
fans
boy.
are
They love
like,
this guy.
You can tell a lot about a player by how their old team, their old team's fan base reacts. listen, I know a lot of Leaf fans, you don't like him on paper. I can tell you they liked him for real. He played for their team, and they liked him. Odds are we're going to like him. Mm-hmm. What could possibly happen? If he plays the exact same way he did in Vancouver, they watched him. Okay, you think you're worried about the fact that he had 14 points last year. They watched him have 14 points last year.
And still didn't want
And
to see
still liked him. And still what?
Didn't want to see him go.
Didn't want to see him go.
Because they feel like he's primed for a bounce back.
Yes. Because he probably is. Because of all the circumstances that we laid out last show. I'm excited for a change. Jesse brought up Marner, so why not? All parties should be excited for this upcoming season.
regret it.
No, but like, why on earth? I said for years, like when Marner's no move was going to kick in, one of the questions I asked at the time was, why do you want this? What? Not the fans, not the team, him.
Control.
What? Yeah, control. 100%.
And we see how it played out, and you're like, oh, that's why you wanted it.
Yeah, and home is where home is.
They would have sent you to Carolina by now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally. But listen, I think the criticism was valid. It's frankly insulting. You even have to argue that. But he's free now. Mm-hmm. And he's in a new situation, and great for him. And may he thrive there. The Leafs. I cannot believe how many times they ran it back over and over and over and over again for the same fucking result. The same holy shitting fucking result. I cannot be eloquent about the last half decade of wasting our fucking time. Wasting my Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and every night they played was a slow death march to the inevitable playoff choke because you ran back the same group of people. You madmen. And now they're finally not doing that. And I got to say, I'm fired out of a cannon for it. Because it might be worse. It might be. There's also a chance it might be better.
Just as likely.
If they ran it back again, can I tell you what my prediction would have been? They fucking lose again.
Yeah.
In the same friggin' way.
Mm-hmm. Now it's different.
It
might be better, it might be worse. At least it's different. And sometimes that's all you need.
Yes. You know? Yes. Oh my God.
You know what would also help the Leafs? If there weren't 6 other Canadian teams. Like, it's such a unique place.
They're all a waste of time.
The
You're right.
Raptors and the Blue Jays are in, where they have an entire country as a
Sure.
fan base in
Yes.
a lot of parts of the country. I know some like people out in BC root for the Mariners and that sort of stuff, but in general sense, like they have a whole country behind them, which I think is such a unique point for those two teams.
And I want to say, I think that's cool. If you're in BC and you cheer for the Mariners, okay, traitor, you suck, straight up. But as I said when I started this, I don't expect all of Canada to get behind the Leafs. I don't think that's a repeatable thing. But Leafs Nation...
don't you want to see the Cup come back to Canada?
Yeah.
Hey, I like Boston pizza.
I'm sure...
No, I'm not talking about
Jim
them.
Treliving is very nice.
We love Jimmy T.
No. They're
He's our
super cool
buddy.
to us. I'm talking about all the others.
I'm sure Senators fans would love to see us with the
I'd
Cup.
say it about it's cool when Boston Pizza says it, but when you say
everybody
it,
else.
when you say it, it's weird. But when they say it, it's cool.
The thing about...
I thought that was obvious.
Sens and Habs and Jets and Canucks and Flames fans and Oilers fans is they love to see the Leaf fans thriving.
Oh, they do.
They love it. They're thrilled for it. No, but I'm just talking just within Leafs Nation. I don't think we can take Canada because Canada's got 7 teams. I'm just talking about Leafs Nation. They're very clearly, like this summer, I'm seeing all the Leaf fan accounts that I normally see come up, watching the Jays and going, I fucking love this. And what's crazy about it is they're just as hardcore passionate about the Blue Jays in the summer as they are about the Leafs in the winter. And people are like, oh, Leaf fans, they're too hard on their team, whatever. Oh, it's so hard to play there. Yo, when they're likable and they win, look how fun it is.
And
This is the example.
The last time that happened was 8 years ago. 8 years ago. The 16, in terms of likability, who's the most likable team of the Matthews era?
It was when Connor Brown scored the goal
The first one
to get him into the playoffs.
Yes,
that crazy game.
No team has been more likable. None. Name one that was close. You can't. The only one who maybe sort of comes close is 23. Because
They had a huge trade.
well, I mean, holy shitting Ryan O'Reilly
Jake McCabe.
and holy shitting Jake McCabe and the addition of Matthew Nyes. Like, so you got this injection of like Conn Smythe winner. You need a defenseman. Here's this hotshot kid. All of them come in and kind of perform well.
and Nola Chari too.
And no, I loved Nola
I loved
Chari
him
and
too.
like a scrappy guy,
Yeah.
right? It was a great combination. I would say that's the only team that's even sort of close.
Wow. So I just want to have that conversation because I think it's something to watch. I think Keith Pelly is watching the Blue Jays right now going, I need my franchises to be that. And I think the Raptors have a really good chance to be that this year. Nobody quite knows what they're going to be, and they feel a little bit incomplete in the sense that it does feel like RJ Barrett's going to get traded, right? Does it not?
That team, I feel like, has the potential to really be likable or really be aggressively hated.
It's a question mark. Like, the Raptors are such an unknown right now because you don't know what you're getting out of Brandon Ingram, who hasn't played basketball in so long, and you don't know how the mix is going to work. You don't know if Scotty's going to take another step. It's such a wait and see. You can't, it's impossible to predict the Raptors for next season.
It's 6 years since the championship, and they still have a little bit of clout. Like, even beyond, even now that Masai Ujiri's gone, like, maybe they know what they're doing. So people, I think, are going to wait and see on this team. But if they stink or are even mediocre again, I think fans are going to turn on this team hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been too long.
I would say turn. It's just because they're
going to stop giving you the benefit.
If this team isn't like decent, at least like in playoff contention, like there's question marks about like what direction are we going in? Because they're not. That's my.
I don't know what they are.
That's my least favorite thing in pro sports is when a team is middling and it's like you're like a 9-10 seed consistently over and over again. It's like the Detroit Red Wings for the last fucking decade.
God.
Yeah.
Like under this Yzerman regime, where you're just kind of like, we're not bad enough to get that top pick, but we're not good enough to make the playoffs. And the Raptors have a potential to be that team if everything doesn't break the right way.
It's interesting, though, with the Red Wings and even with the Leafs before the Matthews era, because it is now officially the Matthews era. Sorry, it's not Matthews Marner era. It's Matthews era.
Well, it was like the kids, right?
Yeah, but before that, I remember being frustrated with management. But I don't remember I remember thinking, well, this team is only as good as the management that put them together. Right? They were highly flawed, poorly coached, had a great goaltender, made the playoffs that one time because it was a half season. If it had been a full season, the wheels would have fallen off, and we saw what happened when they did fall off because the Leafs looked like they were going to make the playoffs, and then the wheels fell off the next season. I look at Detroit, Jesse. You bring up the Red Wings. I don't see a group of fans that hates their team or is upset with their. I see a group of fans who are like, "Why do we keep making these perplexing moves?"
Yes.
And I love Steve Yzerman. And unless you get the odd hardcore on Twitter who's like, you got to trust the Yzer plan. What do you guys know? He scored 2,000, whatever. Like, okay, I get it. Yeah, he was good at hockey. And helped build the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'll give you all that.
Yeah.
But what have you done for me lately? And yet,
Yes.
the frustration seems to be aimed at him, not the players on the ice.
With respect, Red Wings fans could never have the contempt for their team that we do.
Well, yeah, they've seen championships in their life.
They've seen championships, and Yzerman was the one who brought them there.
Yeah.
He captained those teams. Like, Shanahan comes here, and I'm like, all right, it's kind of cool, but like, we don't know you a little bit, right? And they don't friggin' win. It's actually very simple. And also, they haven't won since 1967.
Right.
My dad was 10. Like the
They haven't forget the 60. They haven't played a Stanley Cup game.
The Red Wings have been to 2 Stanley Cup finals and won one of them in the Cap era. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's you could never, ever come close to the frustration.
But
Your frustration's not generational.
Never won a cup. Sabres never won a cup.
Oh, you can definitely hate your team as much as
But do they hate the players? I don't get that sense. I think
everything there is Kevin Adams going up, and Mr.
I think it's
Pegula.
ownership.
It's ownership. It's the ownership who put Kevin Adams in control there. Like, I don't think you're hating Tage Thompson. You're hating, hey, this team is a collection of guys who can't win, and management is in charge of that, and the ownership doesn't care about this team.
Kevin Adams, I often just sort of brush aside because he's just the latest guy in that chair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we could blame him. Yeah, we could look at the silly things he says for some reason and the weird moves he makes. But at the end of the day, you're just the latest guy doing all those things.
All right.
Before you, it was some other guy. And before you, it was some...
Yeah.
And you all... The thing you all have in common is the team stunk.
Right.
And there's only one guy at the top. Mm-hmm. And it's not Rob Ray.
Yeah, the frustrating thing with Kevin Adams is that he's Terry Pegula's handpicked minion. Like, he raised him through the ranks of the front office.
Oh, he's not blameless.
He gave him that job because that's who he likes. And it's like, Steve, if you said, okay, Leo, you're now in charge of your SK class. Like, we're blaming you. You put this child in charge, you raised him and he's not qualified for the gig. So, like, it definitely falls on Pegula.
By the way,
handpicking.
I can say this now because I've confirmed it with a couple of people, but I won't say the names. There was a high-ranking executive this summer who called the Sabres to say, are you looking for somebody who might be like head of hockey ops? And because, they saw that there could be a vacancy there because they have literally nobody. And this is after Jarmo was hired. And Terry Pegula's purported response, alleged response, backed up by a couple people I talked to, but, I wasn't on the conversation, I wasn't on the call, so it's third-hand information, said, I am the president of hockey ops.
Yeah, you're fucked. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what?
But you see, I point those two teams out to illustrate the difference with the Leafs and the because people were getting mad at the players. Yeah,
because with the Leafs, it's like they should have enough, And if you guys just executed at your abilities, you would win.
No one's looking at Tage Thompson.
One more game against Montreal, which you have the ability to do.
Yep.
Everything is fine. It's not management's fault that you fucking choke every time. That's not their fault. That's your fault.
The Leafs had
choker.
Two outcomes in almost every one of those series. And it was give us one more game, or in some cases, give us one more period. One more fucking 28. No, I can't do this again. I can't do this.
You know what? Go through all the playoffs and how it went.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Adam, what's next?
The next one is Hulk Hogan died just while we're doing the show. And the reason I bring it up
is very sad.
It's sad. Hulk Hogan, to me, he's the first sports hero that I can remember recognizing outside of Doug Gilmour.
When you first start generating memories?
Yeah.
He was probably the most famous person in the world.
Everybody had...
When I was 5.
Everybody had those dolls. Do you remember the wrestling dolls?
I had 100 of them.
Did you?
I loved wrestling. One Christmas, I got a little 6-inch action figure of Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage. All three. In the ring.
Wow.
It was... and I beat the shit out of them.
Wow.
And I had... But then
I just meant the pillow dolls. You remember the pillow dolls?
Oh, you know what's funny? So those were really popular. And I don't know if my parents couldn't afford it or what, but my dad, when he was bored at work, instead of working, because he was doing overnight shifts, he made them out of styrofoam.
No way.
Out of that thick gray styrofoam.
Really?
And he drew Hulk Hogan, he drew Ultimate Warrior, and I would wrestle with them, and they would rip, and we would put duct tape on it, and they looked really good. I don't know if there's any photo evidence of these things.
That's very cool that your dad did that for you.
Oh, I would suplex them and shit, and hurt myself and bang into the wall. And he might have made a Macho Man one too. Yeah.
So they haven't said cause of death in this instance, but pretty fair to say, hard life lived, hard on your body.
So many wrestlers go before they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And Vince McMahon just has so much to answer for. Talk about a life not well lived. But Hulk Hogan's death, I find just incredibly depressing. I mean,
he's 71.
Yeah, not all deaths are tragic, but I
don't think that's true. By the way, that's a bullshit statement.
That's fair.
All deaths are not tragic.
But when I say depressing, because death is sad, that's not what I'm saying. Oh, this death is sad. This guy did not go out on top.
Yeah,
at all. His last appearance at a WWE event, he was booed mercilessly out of the building.
And surprised by it.
He was shocked by it, and I got to imagine heartbroken by it. And he appears to have very few friends in wrestling.
By the way, I just want to say, you can get booed in wrestling, and that can be a good thing.
Oh, no, this was...
But he was supposed to be the hero.
It was go-away heat. Go-away heat for, the top babyface maybe in the history of it.
A lot of people don't know what heat is, and a lot of people don't know what babyface is. So if you can explain that.
Heat is... it can be good, and it can be bad. Go-away heat is not the bad guy being booed, and it's a good thing. It's...
the good guy being booed, and it's
you
a bad thing.
being booed, regardless of whether or not you're a bad guy, and it's basically go away.
We don't want to see you.
Yes. When Dominic Mysterio gets booed, it is a badge of honor. That is not how it worked with Hulk Hogan in, I think it was LA at WrestleMania. He doesn't seem to have had very many friends in wrestling, and was being... every interview clip I saw with legends, including The Undertaker, who was the head of the dressing room for decades in WWE. He's an important figure, not just for longevity, but for his status. There used to be this thing called Wrestler's Court. I don't know if they still have it, but basically two wrestlers would have a beef, and to decide the outcome of the beef, they would have Wrestler's Court. And the judge for most of these things that I've seen was The Undertaker, Mark Calloway. This is his real name, which is weird to say. But he just openly mocks the guy, or has openly mocked the guy on podcasts. And, very often, there's going to be a lot of people talking about the good times. And I mean, WrestleMania 18, you were there. Mm-hmm. That was incredible.
And I was rooting for him.
Two of the best moments of that man's life were in Toronto.
Yep.
WrestleMania 18 and WrestleMania 6. But I think a lot of the discourse around him today is going to be depressing. There's just a lot of not great stories.
Yeah, there's a lot of baggage that comes with Hulk Hogan. I think it's sad because he meant a lot. He meant good to a lot of people. He was a lot of people's childhood icon
for a time.
For a long time, and what he did in wrestling is undeniable. And building it up with Vince McMahon, but the stories you look back on with Hulk Hogan in the public light, you go to the 90s and the '94 trial with McMahon, where he was tried by the government for the steroid situation that he had going on in wrestling, and Hulk Hogan has the opportunity to turn the trial, and he turns it in favor of Vince McMahon, who we all know what kind of person he is. He goes on the stand. He has immunity at that point, Hogan does, and he chooses to side with McMahon and say that McMahon never asked him to take steroids, even though he confirmed himself under oath that he did take steroids, but it wasn't from McMahon, which we all can make our own judgments about that. But he sided with the villain in that case, and then you go to later stages of his life, and 2007-ish, there's a 2007 tape that comes out during the moment when he's suing Gawker for releasing a sex tape about him, and he teams up with Peter Thiel to put Gawker out of business. And during that trial, a tape comes out where he's yelling at his daughter for sleeping with black men, and he uses the N-word
multiple
over and
times.
over and over again in this video that comes out from this court case. And he gets fired from WWE, I think, at that point in 2015 when the 2007 tape comes out, and you see behind the facade of the Hogan.
It's crazy he was allowed back. after that.
It's great because he was gone for a while there.
Yeah.
And then when things kind of die down and they're like, okay, we can bring you back, because some people forgot and some people don't forget. And that's why he goes through all of that and he gets booed during one of his final appearances, like you're talking about. And that's because it's justified because of how he lived his private life as Terry and how that wasn't the Hulk Hogan that we saw in the ring. It is a very complicated legacy.
Yeah, and I think what's not complicated is that the character Hulk put wrestling on the international stage. I think that's clear, right? The character Hulk. I don't think that, there were other guys that he stood on the shoulders of, but if we're going to talk about the biggest star of the 80s when wrestling really took off,
oh my God.
It's Hulk. And, Ultimate Warrior's in there, whatever, but...
Andre the Giant.
But Terry Bollea, who Jesse mentions...
That's his real name.
All this guy, what I see here is thrown away potential. All you had to do was be decent, and that's it. And you eat your veggies or whatever you used to say, or he used to say, like, come on kids,
drink your milk,
whatever it was that he said. All he had to do was be a relatively nice person, and this guy would have been a god his whole life. And he just could not get away from that.
I think throughout his public life consistently, he's shown that he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
He couldn't just muster up, hey, I'm going to live a clean life and be a good guy and go down as a god.
Right. And
he even made waves in Canada with he was on, what was it? Off the Record with Michael Landsberg, just taking shots at Mick Foley for no good reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't know this.
I don't know this story.
Oh, you don't know? Well, he was talking about, because Mick Foley was a big thing at the time. It might have had something to do with, I think Hogan was in WCW, Mick Foley was in WWF. WCW was kicking WWE's ass, or WWF's ass. And then the tides turned. And Hogan's star was fading. And then Mick Foley, who was not your prototypical wrestling success, is having this career renaissance, and he's winning titles, and he's super over. And by over is a good thing in wrestling. He's super popular as multiple characters, and he's not this Adonis like Hulk Hogan. The 24-inch pythons, and then he was replaced by Lex Luger and all these muscle heads over the years. And Mick Foley looks like a guy, and he's basically, I think he's he's a slob and he eats cheeseburgers and whatever, and Hogan criticized Mick Foley for the things that Mick Foley had to, quote unquote, do to his body in order to get the pops that he did, which is jumping off of the Hell in a Cell,
and the
going
bloody face
through it, and having a fucking tooth go through his nose, and laying on thumbtacks or whatever. And Mick Foley then went on Off the Record with Michael Landsberg to respond, and I thought the way he responded was about as classy as could get by wrestling standards, and as kindly as any human being has ever done, told him to fuck himself.
Yeah. So there's a huge, these are the things, nobody's, lots of people are flawed. This is a complicated record that he leaves behind, but an enormous amount of success. So it's kind of speaks to, it's so funny with him because it speaks to the times we live in, where you have this person, great success, held up on a pedestal, and then you get to know them and you're like, woo. I wish I hadn't. Yeah. And I say that as a guy that wore and had Hulkamania gear. I owned T-shirts, right?
The ratting on the Wrestlers Union.
Yeah,
just
rough.
It's a tough legacy, man.
Yeah.
He died of a cardiac arrest.
Is that what it said?
I don't know if you had that
when
we started this segment. Emergency personnel responded to the scene, and he was transported from the residence, from his Clearwater residence by ambulance. And cardiac arrest. There you go.
There you go. Well, with that, let's do the press conference, shall we?
The Presser. SDP. The Steve Dangle Press Conference.
I know a disgusting amount of wrestling.
You do.
Thank you for letting me talk about it.
Is it okay for Steve to give us his best hell yeah, brother?
I don't do a Hulk Hogan.
No?
Hell yeah, brother. Like I don't know.
Oh, no, you don't have one. Oh, my
No,
God.
I don't do it.
Forget I ever have.
I've never done it.
You do? Is it Ultimate Warrior that you do? Who do you do?
You do Ultimate Warrior. You do
Well,
great.
which is just, it's not even his voice.
Yeah.
It's just, I just lose my fucking mind.
and then who's the other guy that you do?
Wrestler?
Is it? No, it's just Ultimate Warrior. But like the.
Oh, that's Macho Man.
That's Macho Man. You do good Macho Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, do a little bit of the Macho Man, yeah. Do a little bit of the Macho Man. For your show, you want me to say it, eh, Adam? You want me to dance? You want me to do a little bit of the Macho Man? You can't handle the Macho Man. Dig it! Anyway.
That's not bad.
That's good.
That's one you've been doing forever. I'm surprised.
Everyone does a Macho Man.
I'm surprised you don't have a hell yeah, brother, but that's okay. Not all of us are perfect.
Listen, the king of wrestling impressions is Will Sasso, and I will not step on his turf.
Got a John Madden? Didn't Will Sasso have
Oh,
John
he had
Madden?
a great John Madden.
Yeah.
Oh, his John Madden is so good.
Yeah.
What's who was the wrestler who was the governor of Minnesota? Oh, for God's sake.
What?
Oh my God. He was governor of Minnesota and then he became this huge conspiracy theorist. Why don't it? Jesse Ventura.
Oh, yeah. That is things.
Will Sasso does an incredible Jesse Ventura.
Yes. He was governor of Minnesota.
He was governor of frigging Minnesota. It's Tim Walz now.
Is he a conspiracy theorist now? I don't know that part.
like
I know
we're
he's governor of
talking
something.
we're talking about like the government controls earthquakes.
Oh, no. That's sad.
That's so disappointing.
All right. The lizards got to his brain. What's the one we always love? The water's turning the frogs gay?
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
Yeah. Yo, I knew we were in a little bit of trouble when on my first honeymoon, because I've had two, I was walking through Arizona.
I wish everybody could experience both. No.
No, I don't wish that for you.
No.
I don't wish that for you at all. But I would say that we were walking through Arizona, and we're we're in Sedona, and Sedona's weird. Okay, it's beautiful, but people are weird there a little bit. And no disrespect, but there's a lot of healing crystals and shit like that I don't vibe with. And my ex and I are walking through these hills, and then we come across this guy, and he's like, yeah, they're putting up 5G towers around here. Oh no! That was the first I had heard. I was excited for 5G. Like we didn't even have it yet. And he's like, yeah, it was just it's they're here to control us. Blah blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then sure enough, like 6 months later, it's all anyone's talking about how 5G controls your life. And I'm like, we're fucking cooked. We got problems here.
Okay.
Anyway.
First question: do you support vaccines? All right. The second question.
Yep.
Jury's out.
Bryce Wilson writes, I'm going to change this a little. It says, what NHL city and arena are y'all most likely to visit next, like you did with the Sharks? I won't say which one are we most likely to visit next. Which one would you like to visit next?
The
Adam?
one whose president invites us and gives us plane tickets.
Now, don't do the thing where you run through like 4 different
I know.
arenas.
He's about to do it.
Oh, that's
He's about to do it, Steve.
Yeah.
For Jesse.
You know what I was about to do? Let Adam speak.
You get one.
No, you get one. You
get
go.
one thing.
You go.
Adam, you can go first.
Little
you get
Caesars.
one. Okay.
Apparently, it's the best arena in the league. Little Caesars.
I don't think the Red Wings are inviting us, Adam.
Why not?
What the fuck is Yzerman doing for like several years?
Detroit Porsche North? Yeah,
Detroit.
What are you talking about?
Yo, they never responded.
Yeah, on the comment they did.
Okay.
But I don't remember what they wrote.
All right,
We
I
did.
hope it was
think
nice.
we did it.
All right. Yeah,
we never connected.
So listen, I want to go to Detroit when the Red Wings are a little bit better. Like, I'm no disrespect. I want to see Mo Seider and I want to see Dylan Larkin, but I wanted to see them surrounded by more than bunch of guys. But I've heard that arena is
Lucas
spectacular.
Raymond is not bunch of guys.
Sorry, Lucas Raymond too.
The hell's your problem?
And now my buddy John Gibson is there. Maybe they'll be.
Oh my God, you're naming like 8 guys, so maybe they are.
Oh!
At least I didn't.
Oh, here he goes!
I didn't name 8 arenas.
Talking on a podcast!
Little Caesars is apparently the best arena in the league, and I would like to see it and see why. So there you go.
I'm going to go with Rogers Arena,
Ed Money.
What?
the home of, I think it's Rogers Arena.
Rogers Arena, Edmonton.
Rogers Come up with another fucking... I don't know what all the buildings are.
They should
That's
name
fair.
the city Rogers Arena, Edmonton.
Rogers Center,
Toronto.
Stadium, Place, Arena. Fuck.
Yep.
Anyway, Rogers Arena, home of the Vancouver Giants.
You mean Rogers Place?
That's Rogers Place?
Yeah.
God damn it.
This is
Which
bad.
one's Rogers Arena?
That's Edmonton. That's why I
Oh,
kept
for
saying
fuck's
Edmonton.
sake. Yeah, I couldn't hear you because I was talking.
Oh, no, wait. Rogers Place is Edmonton.
You son of a bitch!
See? Okay, Rogers Arena. Rogers Arena
Were
is
you
Vancouver.
getting on him for being right?
I was. That's my bad. I apologize. Sorry,
It's a
Steve.
clunker of a segment.
Sorry.
Not yet, you're not.
Yo, shout out to the Flames for having Scotiabank as a sponsor.
Oh, yeah? What about the Flames? I wasn't talking about them, but what do you
Well,
want to
we
say
got
about the
two
Flames?
teams in the league.
Oh, yeah?
Two of the greatest teams in the league have Scotiabank as their arena sponsor, us and Calgary.
That's
there you
great.
go.
So, Steve, you're doing Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's a good one.
I want to hang out with my friend Michael,
Oh.
Shut up.
the owner of the Giants, Michael Bublé.
This next question comes from Sinungus.
Hey, you didn't name yours.
Oh. I didn't think about it. So give me a second.
Just name four.
I've never been there, so I think it'd be cool to go see a game there. Below the street level, down below Madison Square Garden.
Is that where the hockey rink is?
Yes.
It's below street level.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Don't you have to go down? Or
I
is
thought
it-
you had to go up.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, the outside of it's great.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. You have to go up the escalator to MSG. See,
Rangers-
I've clearly never been there.
Dude, I'd love to see a Rangers
I've
game.
been to New York like I don't know, 5-6 times in my life, but I've never gone to a game at MSG.
That's probably
for
the
any of those
answer.
games.
Yeah.
But I think in New York too, I think we get the best congregation of fans from that region because you have people coming in from Philly, from even like Buffalo. You know, you can make that drive over there, and then you have Islanders fans, you get Rangers fans,
Devils.
you get Devils fans. How can you forget the Devils fans? So I feel like the events around us doing a Rangers game or even a Devils game or an Islanders game just in the New York area would be the best. You know, there's so many cluster of fans. It'd be awesome. So yeah, that's my pick.
I'm in. I like that.
All right. Next question. Sinungus 5452 writes, if a team goes to Arizona again, Matty, you got to pull up.
And they win.
Leaving.
There you go. If a team goes to Arizona again, is Matthews gone?
No,
God.
probably not. No.
God.
No.
Remember when that was a rumor for a
Brian
long while?
Burke, man.
Yeah.
Brian Burke just said it one day, and he's like, you know what'll fuck them all up? You know what'll fuck them all up? And people just took it.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that's what'll happen. And there were like radio hosts and people on Twitter going, this is going to happen. I believe this. And it was an offhand Brian Burke remark, which I have to say makes Brian Burke a fantastic broadcaster because
Brian
people just
Burke.
trusted his ass on that. And he was literally, that was a trust me, bro quote. There was literally nothing to that. If you talk to his agent, if you talk to anybody, the guy loves playing in Toronto. He likes it here. And so, and he always has. And so I remember at the time I was like, oh, fuck, that's going to stick. And it did for nothing.
There's zero evidence
Zero.
that he doesn't want to play in Toronto.
Can I just tell a little Brian Burke story?
Like, I would believe it more if it was New York or LA.
The answer's no.
Yes, you can. Is it from his damn book? Is it from his book?
No, it is from my phone.
Oh, okay.
I invited Brian Burke to come on a show on this network, and he's like, well, tell me about it.
Yeah.
And I go, well, here's, and I give him the whole spiel. And he responds, meh. M-E-H. And that is how he told me no.
Yeah, okay.
Fair.
That man does not give a shit.
He's done enough interviews. He's fine.
Yes.
Next up comes a question for Adam Wilde.
Give it to
from
me.
Mike Good. Is the name Agent Provocateur based off the Foreigner album? No. Can't remember if this was ever brought up.
No, I think it's a joke because Agent Provocateur is a lingerie brand. And Alan had it as a segment at a radio station in Ottawa that he used to do some hits with. And it was also my idea for what the name of the show was, not knowing that that was the name of the segment. So we both kind of came to the same conclusion.
Oh.
That is where it comes from. And we do find it funny, yes, that it is a lingerie brand. And you know what's hilarious?
And a Foreigner album.
How few of our listeners point that out. which means it's maybe not of our demographic. It might be an
saying
older lingerie brand. Not like Victoria's Secret. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surprised more people don't make the joke or the connection. And I'm like, well, there's not a lot of lingerie going on in our
We need
generation.
a segment where Adam talks about age-appropriate lingerie.
You guys having sex or what's up?
Are you guys hex havers?
Yeah.
We need the new album art needs to be you and Alan in lingerie.
Oh, no thanks.
I want to see it.
You guys wearing Agent Provocateur?
Whoever does the AI animation at South Park needs to get on.
Yeah, there you go.
Adam and Alan in Agent Provocateur on Agent Provocateur. Special episode.
Jesus.
Are we all watching that one?
Yeah.
There's no video for that one.
No, there isn't.
All right, this one's Pittman's Pitts question. Pittman's Pitt writes, which team do you think is going to fill that surprise success story of the season role next season? Who's going to be this? You worded that funny, Pittman's Pitt. You tongue twister. The team that's going to catch a lot of fans off guard with how well they do.
I got it. Pittsburgh.
What?
They're gonna have a killer start.
Oh my goodness.
Tristan Jarry is gonna play out of his mind. They're not gonna trade Rust and Raquel, and they're gonna just miss the playoffs.
That would be disaster.
And by the way, Carlson's sticking around too.
That would be disaster for them.
Who?
They're keeping Carlson in that scenario because
Carlson.
they're trying to get back to the playoffs. So
I reiterate.
tell me that that's not possible.
I reiterate that would be disaster.
It would be.
Because they need to, where the Pittsburgh Penguins are right now, they need to pick a direction. They need to be a rebuilding team or we're going for it and we're going to do something and make some noise in the playoffs team. If they're just missing the playoffs, that's disaster for where they are.
Well, and you know what'll be great is all year I'll hear from my friends, the Penguins fans, and they'll be like, see, how could Sidney Crosby possibly leave this? Look at the vibes with Gino. Everybody loves this team. Letang is having a renaissance season. You guys didn't believe, and look how stupid you look now. And I'll be like, yo, you're right. That's crazy.
People never point that out.
I think
And
it's very convenient that you picked a scenario where the Penguins end up in the worst possible place.
I think that's, for them, better than Sidney. I think the worst possible place for Penguins fans is Sidney Crosby being traded. And I saw that from the reaction that we got when we talked about it. So I have given you a scenario where he's not traded. And they surprise.
For the competitiveness. You said they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, they will.
So that's the worst place they can be
Oh,
from
yeah,
a
that's
team
brutal.
perspective.
Yeah, 100%.
Why are you predicting the worst outcome?
Because
this is
protecting the brand, Jesse.
This is supposed to be who's going to be the surprise success team, and you made a prediction where you said this is the worst possible outcome for the franchise, and I hate them.
And let me, I don't hate them. Let me point out the Detroit Red Wings of 23-24, who went on a blistering run to start the year. Teams do this all the time.
Okay.
And they were like, and everybody's like, wow, Detroit's back. It's for real. What happened? They got to the end of the season and they were right there and they missed the playoffs. And I feel like this is going to be one of those things where it'd be like, Gavin McKenna, who? We're going for it. Chips in.
Adam, what you're saying is still bad. I don't know how many times I can say this.
But
you're saying a
they'll have
bad thing
moment of
about the
sunlight.
Penguins.
Moment of sunlight.
This is bad. You're saying they missed the playoffs and don't get McKenna.
Yeah, but
this isn't a success
who's
story.
going to surprise you was the question.
Who's going to surprise you with failure? Yeah. Adam says
Hey, I didn't
Pittsburgh.
say they'd be successful. I just said that would be surprising them going on a run like that.
Steve, what do you got?
I'm going to say
None of that was good.
another one of Adam's favorite teams, the Kraken.
Oh, they're going to surprise?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can score goals at some point,
Oh,
they'll be fine.
They struggle to score goals, and
Stop
listen,
them.
I think their greatest crime is they're not an interesting team.
Well, and also they're like, no, we've not yet seen enough of Phil Grubauer.
Like, oh my,
We can fix him. After 3
No.
years of having him in the system.
I don't know if there's a team in the NHL that has a more glaring, like, just fix this one problem and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Than Seattle. Like, you have a great starter. A lot of teams don't. Your backup is unplayable. Unplayable.
He kept them out of
can
the
give you. No, he cannot.
He kept them out of the playoffs last year.
He kept the reason you didn't get those millions in revenue is because that one man sucks. Get him off your team.
But you think
holy
they-
shit,
They think they can fix him.
they cannot.
Okay. So there you go. Those are answers.
My team is the Montreal Canadiens, who I know
They're not going to surprise
I know they
anybody.
made the playoffs last year, but I can see this upcoming season them finishing like 2 seeding in the Atlantic. I think it's going to be a surprise, really good season. Oh my God, where did this come from? They're competing like top of the East kind of season. I think they're the surprise.
If they've traded for Kadri by the start of the season, then I will never bet against them.
Either of Montreal or Ottawa having a season like that wouldn't surprise me.
Ottawa would surprise me more.
Ottawa would surprise.
I think Montreal is top end talent. Ottawa is at their talent peak with a lot of players. Montreal, it's like, except for like Josh Anderson and Brendan Gallagher, all of those guys have room to get better.
I think Montreal has a much higher ceiling than Ottawa. I think Ottawa's probably better now.
It better be right now, because I think game 1 of the season we might be looking
that's what
at
now means.
Okay, because I'm Noah Dobson.
I don't
back
think
there
it's by a
too.
wide margin. Oh yeah, Dobson. Fuck.
All they need is that 2C, man. That's all I'm selling.
Yeah.
Telling you. They're not getting
Next
it from
up
Pittsburgh.
from
They're not selling.
Ada McVean, a longtime listener. Has the kayak made its summer debut yet?
Oh, yeah.
Steve.
Yep. It's been in the water multiple times. Me by myself, me with my son. It's been in the water.
Iggy?
No.
I don't think it's
He
big
doesn't
enough
like
for
water.
Oh, you don't do dog kayak? I see that
No.
on TikTok with some people.
He's not in my kayak.
Oh.
It wouldn't. Iggy's 80 pounds. Like,
So?
he weighs like twice as much as my son. Getting him there would be the most tiring part, and
Yeah.
then getting home. Because I don't drive the kayak down there. I roll it down on a dolly
Okay.
because I'm close to the water.
And the dog is on a leash and walks with you.
Oh, right. He knows how to walk. I
What are
can
you
just walk
talking
him.
about? You don't have to,
Yeah, but then
carry the dog to the water.
yeah.
He's got 4 legs.
It's funny. I was thinking about him like my son, who refuses to walk, and I have to sit him in the kayak while I pull him.
Yeah, no, that
which is
doesn't-
actually hard.
Yeah, that's not how that works with Iggy.
Oh, my dog
don't think you
is
thought
so
this
much
through.
more obedient. In fairness, he's twice as old.
Dogs are usually more obedient than people.
I think he would hate it.
Really?
I think he would hate it.
Sit him on the edge. You get to watch and see.
Yeah.
No, he would bark at me the whole time.
Aw.
He hates when people jump in the pool.
Is Iggy a good swimmer?
No.
No, he's not a good dog swimmer.
So he doesn't like when people jump in the pool. He gets upset.
He gets upset.
Aw.
Charlie was just like, "What's up? What are we doing?" I'll also do that. Iggy hates it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
We can go to another Steve question.
Yeah,
My
let's
wife
go.
made a very bad decision when Iggy was a puppy, where we were at a cottage and she was in a canoe with a few people and she brought him in the canoe.
Oh, don't do that.
And then the canoe capsized.
Of course, don't do that. Yeah.
and I was in a kayak and had to
No, you have to
save the dog.
warm them up to the idea.
Yes.
This is from Peter Litwin. Can you guys find Steve a different hobby? This bird picture he keeps posting has me worried.
No.
That is Steve's hobby. Peter, I wish.
Peter,
I wish, man.
I have terrible news for you, Peter. The people love the bird content. Every day I get messages saying, "This is the content I love."
Really?
Someone said, "Steve, I love what's wrong with you." They love the bird content. Today, the bird was a wild turkey, along with the caption, "I love birds. And I love you, even though you don't."
I've been blown away by how quickly this obsession has poured on, and I'm wondering if the tide will recede on the other end just as quickly. Is Jesse? Is this when we're doing the show in 10 years, and we're coming up on our 25th anniversary? At that
Adam,
point,
this is who I am.
will Steve still be into this the same way?
I got a question for you. To answer the question, I got a question.
With
for
a
you.
question. All right.
Steve, how is learning Czech on Duolingo going?
So I abandoned that to learn a more practical language, French. And I am over a year long on my Duolingo streak. So Czech was a stupid language to learn
I'm just
for a
saying,
Canadian. It didn't make any
You would
sense.
come in here as obsessed with that as you were with the bird.
Yeah.
That's not true.
So to answer
true.
Adam's question with the question, maybe birds becomes learning Czech.
No, it was learning languages, which I continued to pursue.
Oh, man.
Learning languages, which I continued to pursue.
It's also been proven that Duolingo is one of the worst ways to learn a language.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Because there's no conversational skill going on.
You'll be blown
There
away
is if you buy the most
any of the
expensive
languages.
tier. What?
You'll be blown away that Steve cannot still speak any of the languages.
No, it's hard to learn a language. I'm mostly learning French
Yeah.
to brush up on it because I know Leo is going to learn French in a few years. And I want to be able
He's
to
not
help.
like in immersion, though, is he?
No,
Okay.
but I want to be able to help.
Yeah.
I might brush up on some math equations too.
I had somebody who was going to put their kid in French immersion. And I was like, yeah, that's great, man. How are you going to help them with their homework? And it had never hit him. And he was like,
Oh,
oh, I better speak to my wife. So now they're not doing
I
it.
should get obsessed with birds and Duolingo. Whose mascot is a bird.
There you go. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. What else? we
Adam,
got,
what are
Jesse?
you interested in?
What else we got, Jesse?
What are you interested
We can go to the third Steve question.
What are
This
you
one
guys
is
interested-
from
Give me the third question.
Turbo Turbs 94. Long.
That's a name.
Turbo
Participate
Turbs.
in my bit.
Great Discord member, always asking questions. I just finished playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. Fantastic game. I know Steve does a decent Arthur Morgan impression. I'm just wondering if he can do a Dutch Vanderlee. Is that
Vanderland.
Vanderland impression?
Come on,
too.
Jesse. He's Dutch.
I've never played the game.
No, I can't do Dutch.
You can't do Dutch Vander.
I cannot do Dutch. He's got a very unique voice.
I don't. What is it? Give it to me.
I can't do it.
Oh, boo.
Oh, I'm Dutch. Like I don't know how to do it, man. Like are you the kind of guy who like finds out you're at a party with a comedian and you're like, tell us a joke.
I'm reading questions from the audience.
Tell us a joke. You find out someone sings,
Are
you just
you-
go sing us a song.
Are you chirping me or our listeners?
Yes.
All right. All right, then. This is Phil from Fargo. What are your top 3 emojis you use? They said, look, man, it's summer.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's a good question.
Okay, I can actually find the answer to this.
Okay, it's the
It's a very
for me,
dad sound.
the eyes,
Eyes.
the
Big one.
sunglass emoji, and the heart emoji because I'm a softie with.
Oh no. I thought I was more interesting than this. It's the eyes emoji, the thumbs up emoji,
Oh no,
and the heart.
no!
But I also really like the facepalm emoji, the salute emoji, and the melting face emoji. Big fan. And also the
thumbs up
Teeth.
emoji. That is, I think that's just in the responses. You know, you can click on the message. And
yeah.
I hate when people do that.
Oh, I do it
get
all
it.
the time. You've never told me this.
No, because you get a notification as if there's a new message.
Yeah.
When really all you're getting is thumbs up on that, and I'm like, I feel cheated.
Okay, well, from now on, I'm going to respond affirmative.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
I like that.
Great.
Jesse?
This one comes from CRSTR86. Does Adam Wilde keep his toaster in the cupboard?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I don't know why they're asking.
I do keep my toaster.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
I like counter space. What? Also, I don't.
What a weird freaking question.
Is that a weird thing?
Well, you got to wait till it cools down, I guess.
I do that too.
Yeah, I will wait.
Yeah.
Of course you do. You don't want the house to set on fire.
I also think like a toaster is
Why
not
are
an
they
appliance that you use enough for it to warrant being on the counter all the time.
Yeah.
Coffee machine should be on the counter. You use it every day.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes
I don't
twice.
I don't eat toast every day. I don't even think I eat toast every week.
Air fryers in the
Right.
cupboard too.
Yeah.
Yes, air fryer comes in and out. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is
The blender is not used often enough to be out all the time.
Yeah.
what are your top 5 cupboard appliances?
Up. No.
It's some combination of air fryer,
Oh my god.
toaster, frother.
Microwave doesn't make it.
Microwave doesn't make
You guys,
it.
microwaves are on the counter, right?
It's built in. It's built in.
Microwave goes on the counter. Yeah.
The friggin' frother. I have that in my can.
Gotta have the
I
frother.
don't give a shit about frother. Doesn't go in the cupboard. Frother goes in the drawer.
Oh, it depends on what kind of frother you have.
Yes. So there's
Well, I've got the one that spins the milk.
hand one.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
That I always make a mess with. And also, for some reason, one of my children got a.
What do you have, an industrial frother? What do you put in fucking
The
cupboards
Nespresso
for?
one where you
No,
just-
because you turn it on and then it sprays and whatever.
Oh, I don't have one of those.
No, there's one. It's just to sit down on the counter and it gently froths your lick.
So that's in your cupboard. So what was that, number 3?
Yeah,
You got 2 more.
I don't know if I have 5, man.
Yeah, you gotta have 5.
Appliances,
Air fryer,
air fryer,
Toaster, frother,
I've exhausted the
blender,
appliances. Oh yeah, blender.
4. Ooh, this is hard. Getting to 5 is hard. Adam, you got any more
Frying
appliances?
pan.
I have
No,
one.
this
I got
count.
one. I
Yeah.
got one. A real. This is it. So my wife
Stand mixer.
obsessed. So I'm not a big.
Crock pot.
I'm not a big drinker. Like occasionally I'll get out and we'll have fun, and then I will drink too much. But other than that, like I'm not like at home having a glass of wine or even a beer. I just won't do it. It's only.
I need
social
6
for me.
beers with the hockey game.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you're not one of those guys.
I don't,
You're not better than me.
I'll crush an edible and go to sleep, but I don't actually like the way drinking makes me feel unless it's like socially out. And so
You're not better than me.
my wife, if she wants to have a glass of wine, she's got this thing that is
Adam
like
thinks he's better than you.
a little like needle that goes through the cork.
The aerator.
And no, it's not an aerator. You could pour a glass of wine without pulling the cork out of the bottle.
What?
And
Oh,
yeah.
does this count as an appliance?
It should,
An
because-
electric bottle opener.
No, because you have a CO2 canister on it too. So I think it should count as an appliance because it requires the CO2 to pull it out.
So I have a Soda Stream that's
Yeah.
in my cupboard. Does that count as an appliance?
I'm going to
Absolutely.
say yes.
But there's no power to that.
Doesn't matter. You still
it's
have
the
to pump
CO2.
it. You got to pump it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, it's one press.
Yeah, I think.
Shout out SodaStream. They sent me that on Instagram
Oh,
one day.
that's sick.
'cause
Yo,
I was like-
what the f-
I was like, I love SodaStream. Genuinely, I had like the old version. I was like talking about how much I love SodaStream, and I posted it or something. And then they like DM'd me, and they're like, "Hey, here's the new one." So I have like the fancy new.
Jesse does not tell us about the stuff he gets.
That's cool.
Like, I'll
Yeah.
just check Instagram and like you're at wine events. I like Yellowtail too. And
That's what the Instagram is for.
And I noticed-
So I'm happy that you are aware
Yes.
because that means I have
Yeah.
influenced you.
I'm
You
aware-
remember the name and everything.
I'm
Yeah.
aware
Shout
that
out
you
Yellowtail.
could have invited anyone to hold that camera, and it wasn't me.
It was my
Jesse.
sister.
Jesse.
Oh,
invited
oh,
her.
what does she have that I don't?
She had never been to a box before. And I was like, that's something I've done a million times in
With
my
us,
life.
yeah.
I was shocked that she had never been to a box, so she deserved that.
You know what?
plus
You've
one
been to more than one.
Yellowtail.
You've been to more than one event. I see.
The year before, I didn't have a +1. If you're talking specifically Yellowtail, there's never been a year where you've deserved to visit.
Wow!
The first year, I didn't have one. The second year, my sister had never been to a box. You want more things?
By the way,
in your
Jesse
life,
brought
Steve?
me and Natalie to a box.
Yeah. See, I bring people who need that experience.
Yes.
Steve
Jesse-
Dangle, I get everything in the world, only wants more.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have the world in my palm, but what if I crushed it and I had more?
Yeah, crushed it because it's
Peter
made of
Thiel
grapes
Dangle.
that I can make into wine. And
Do you not have enough free shit in your life, Steve?
no.
There are more people in my life
No.
who need more experiences because you've had these things.
No. Jeff Bezos still buys shit.
Adam,
I want stuff.
We had a very good time. That was a
Oh, yeah?
Molson?
I think it was Molson, and they paid for
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We got
Like at the
luxury
ni-
experience.
At the nice restaurant.
What'd you eat? Did it give you the shits? Hope so.
We actually got an experience beforehand where we got to go down to the penalty box.
Yes.
And at Scotiabank.
Yes, we did.
And we took pictures and we watched pregame warm-ups from the penalty box
Oh, my
there.
God.
And then
Did
we
you
had
trip in it and
fantastic
skin your knee?
seats. And then
Hope
we got
you
to
did.
sit in like the Platinum Lounge during
Oh.
the game and they paid for the meal. And the food there is fantastic.
Food was amazing.
Adams eats there every night.
Yes.
That's his home in the Platinum Lounge with his season
They're like,
seats.
oh, Mr. Wild.
welcome back.
Would you
different
like
table
Would
today.
you like your seat or? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Tannenbaum's there. We'll ask him to leave. But I think
Adam always goes up to ownership and said, one of the poor spoke to me. On the phone.
He complains.
Can you have them killed?
Can you hire Richard Porras, please?
Can you have them killed?
Can you?
I didn't say that.
that I did hear Adam say that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 2025, even though I said that.
Yes. And that one I got 2. No, I got 3 pluses.
Yeah, because you brought
I brought
Gabby and Natalie.
and Natalie and Adam and not Steve because Steve doesn't need that.
Oh, we're gonna hear about this from Mrs. Dangle.
you know
later.
what? You know what? You can shut the fuck up. What happened when you brought your son to your first game? To his first game, sorry.
He had a great time.
What happened before the game?
The Leafs won. Oh,
What happened before the game?
He got to fist bump the players.
Who hooked you up with that?
The security.
Who hooked you up with the security?
Jesse.
Thank you. All I do is get people in my life shit. All I do. I get no appreciation.
I had to pay for my drinks that day, so and
No
also
respect.
didn't have any because I was like, it's 2 p.m.
Yeah,
It was
it was
weird.
the day game. Yeah. You don't need a drink. Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
No respect. Can't get no respect.
All right.
All right.
Give me
That's
wine.
All right. That's it. Okay.
I'm a simple gal. I want to be wined. I want to be dined. And Jesse won't do it for me. That's okay. It's okay.
You know what? He can't anymore. He's working all the Leaf games.
Yeah. It's over.
It's over. That era's over.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake.